So what we were doing is a balancing pose. So before we get into that, let's just practice balancing by coming into tree pose. So and get your solid foundation, get Tadasana, keep Tadasana on the leg that you're shifting the weight to. So maybe come up on your tippy toes. So I'm shifting my weight to my left leg. My right tippy toes are on the floor. Maybe I'll turn my knee out to the side. You can just stay here with tippy toes on the floor. This is balancing pose. Or perhaps your foot comes up into, into the, just as long as it's not on your knee. Okay, you can blow your knee out this way. So below your knee, or all the way up into your upper thighs. So you decide where you're going to be. And then maybe even your arms come up. Whoa, don't watch me. Good. And when you're ready to come down, slowly come down. Walk it out a little bit. Good. Tadasana on the other leg. Come to tippy toes. Open your knee. And then decide where you'll place your legs. So just toes can stay on the floor. Perfectly okay. Just don't bring your foot to your knee. Hands can be in Anjali Mudra. Hands can be to the side. If that helps with your balance, hands can be overhead. So just decide. Good. Awesome. Come down. And what we're going to do is move into pigeon pose with all this lovely support. So from being here in downward facing dog, going to shift. Let's take the right leg first and bring your right knee towards your right elbow. And Tootsie Roll is underneath your right hip, and in front of your left hip flexor. So you're completely settled on this Tootsie Roll. You've got all this support, okay? And you can be here. If your hips are super tight, then just, be up on your fingertips. If you want to take it down a little bit to elbows, you can lower down. It'll be a little bit more intense. And if you feel it, then just be here. Take a few breaths. As things loosen up, if you want to take it a little bit further, then you can just come all the way down, forehead on the floor. Okay, so listen to your body. Find what works. And if you have cranky knee or anything like that, do the alternative. We did the modified, we did a different way of coming into pigeon, sitting up on your mat, front shin parallel to the long end of the mat, back shin parallel to the short end of the mat, and coming forward. So just as beneficial, it's not as difficult on the knee joints. So those are your two alternatives. Yeah. And then, in both variations of the pose, we're coming forward. The seated one, I like to take my hand to the sole of my foot, give it a little energy, fold forward, have something to put your forehead on. Good. Take a couple of breaths. Notice if you're resisting the resistance. Can you soften with your breath? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, soften.